Evet, 3 dakika sonra, 2 dakika sonra SpaceX'in ilk insanlı uzay uçuşunu seyredeceğiz. Bir aksilik olmazsa
Okay, we're at T-minus 2 minutes, 42 seconds. Stage 1 launch load is closed out. Stage 2 will continue to load for about another half a minute or so. Once we get the completion of Stage 2 launch loading, we have to vent down the line, so you'll see another large white cloud coming off of the strongback. That'll be normal. That'll happen around T-minus 1 minute and 40 seconds. We're going on internal power now.
Özel şirket uçuşu anlamında da dünyada bir ilk oluyor.
It's been almost 9 years since we've been in this position. A lot of work done by thousands of people to get to this point. All our eyes focus on 2 now.
Stage 2 launch load is closed out. Cells are complete.
Kapsülde bekliyorlar.
Dragon is in auto idle.
Stage 2 LOX load complete. All fuel, all oxidizer on Falcon 9. 1 minute 34 seconds to go till launch.
Ground gas closeout is starting.
Tekrar hatırlatalım. Devlet eliyle olmayan özel şirket marifetiyle gerçekleştirilen ilk insanlı uzay yolculuğu olacak. Uçuş.
Under a minute now, the FTS, the flight termination system, has been armed.
Dragon, SpaceX, go for launch.
Başına diyelim.
SpaceX Dragon, we're go for launch. Let's light this candle.
35 saniye kaldı. Gördüğünüz gibi.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Geri sayım başladı.
Stage 1 tanks pressing for flight.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff of the Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon. Go NASA, go SpaceX, Godspeed, spot and tag.
America has launched. And so rises a new era of American spaceflight, and with it the ambitions of a new generation continuing to dream. 20 seconds into flight, stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
It was 30 seconds into this historic mission.
500 kilometre
Flying crew on board Dragon and Falcon 9 and look at them go.
saat hıza ulaşmış durumda.
Falcon power
700 kilometre.
M1D throttle down.
800
We're
kilometre.
throttling down to get ready for the period of maximum dynamic pressure. We're in the throttle bucket.
Burada yolcular için astronotlar
Reports say all systems
uzay
are go.
istasyonuna kenetlenecekler.
Vehicle is supersonic. We've exceeded Mach 1 on the Falcon 9. M1D throttle up. We're throttling back up to full power as we're through max Q.
Copy 1 Bravo. We heard that 1 Bravo call out. That's just the second abort zone that they're in. They'll continue to be on this until the first stage has done its job and they switch over to the second. At this point, Bob and Doug pulling about 2.3 Gs, 2.3 times the Earth's gravity, already moving at over 1,500 miles per hour.
You've heard the call out for MVAC engine chill. That's getting the MVAC engine ready to light. That'll come at about 2:44 into flight. Right now, everything continuing to look good. Next major event, Coming up is going to be the triple.
Hızı
We'll have main engine cutoff of the 9 first
kilometre
stage engines,
yaklaşıyor.
stage
4000
separation,
kilometre
and then ignition of the second stage engine to continue to carry astronauts into orbit. Coming up in about 20 seconds.
M1D throttle down.
We heard we're throttling down the Merlin engines on the first stage.
hız 6500 kilometreyi geçti.
And we have Miko.
Sonra yetişemiyoruz.
Falcon stage separation confirmed.
Falcon 2 Alpha. MVAC ignition.
Evet, roket kapılarından birisi roketten ayrıldı.
Alright, we have stage separation confirmed. The first stage beginning its flight back. The second stage being powered by that single Merlin 1D vacuum engine has ignited and is now carrying Bob and Doug into orbit. So they're going to continue under the power of this second
Stage
stage.
2 propulsion is nominal.
Diğer küresinden
Cut off at
yaklaştıkça
Seco,
da
or second engine
hızı
cut off
artıyor
about
tabii.
8 minutes and 44 seconds into
Azalmasına
today's
bağlı
flight. So a
olarak.
little over 5 minutes to go still on this second stage. You heard the call out to Alpha, so they're now in the longest abort zone that carries them all the way from about North Carolina up the eastern seaboard, almost to Canada. Things looking good though, getting good call outs, nominal propulsion on that second stage. Bob and Doug continuing to make their way into orbit.
Dragon SpaceX nominal trajectory.
Acquisition of signal, Bermuda. SpaceX Dragon nominal trajectory.
Alright, here in nominal trajectories, the Dragon pointed in the right direction, continuing to make their flight uphill. Heard acquisition of signal Bermuda, that's one of the other ground stations that they're using to get telemetry and data back from this spacecraft.
Stage 2 propulsion is still nominal.
...8500 kilometreye ulaşıldı. Şu anda 181 kilometre yeryüzünden yukarıda.
A little over 4 minutes, 40 seconds into the flight. Bob and Doug flying at more than 5,600 miles
Dragon
per hour.
SpaceX nominal trajectory.
Already almost 200 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center. Nominal trajectory continuing.
kilometreye ulaşıldı.
While they continue uphill, looks like we are getting a view of the first stage as well.
If on your right screen, you can see that first stage with the grid fins deployed. It's making its way back to attempt to land on our drone ship, Of Course, I Still Love You Today. We're just about a couple minutes away from the entry burn, and that's where 3 of the 9 Merlin engines do ignite to help slow the vehicle down as it re-enters back into the Earth's atmosphere. And then after the entry burn will be the landing burn, which is just a single engine.
Dragon SpaceX nominal
Uçuşun
trajectory.
gerçekleştirildiği Amerika'da yeryüzünün
Starting to
küresel olmadığı
As I call out, they are still on a nominal trajectory on Dragon,
bizde de
still on second stage,
aynı
and that's
şekilde
that MVAC
yeryüzünün
engine on
küresel
second stage on your
olmadığı
left
düz
screen.
tepsi şeklinde olduğunu iddia eden kişiler de varmış, duydum.
Again, on your right screen is that first stage booster coming back towards our drone ship. Of Course, I Still Love You. We're about a minute away from entry burn.
Gözler yalan söylemez.
Meanwhile, that second stage continuing to power Dragon into orbit. Again, if you're keeping an eye on that timer, that's going to continue to burn until 8 minutes and 44 seconds into flight. So a little over 2 minutes from now, we'll hear the call out Seco. It'll then be a little over 3 minutes until Dragon physically separates from the second stage of the Falcon 9 after the upper
Dragon
stage gets a
SpaceX
chance.
nominal trajectory.
Düz tepsi içinde olmadığını anlatmaya çalışan
Dragon
söylemler
tracking,
vardı.
nominal trajectory.
Kitaplarda. İşte vakıf
Continuing to check in with Bob and
önce
Doug.
devamlı görmek,
They are
sonra
on a
öylesini
nominal
görmek, sonra
trajectory.
kendini görmek gibi filan.
Just about 10 seconds away from that first stage. Starting that entry burn on your right screen, we should be able to see that
Peki
live.
ispatlamalara gerek kalmadı artık. Evet, 16.500, 1600, 16.700 kilometredeyiz. 199 kilometre.
And there is that entry burn beginning. This burn lasts about 36 seconds long.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
That entry burn continues. We're just about a minute away from SECO. We'll have a number of events all happen in rapid succession. It'll be the second engine cutoff. We'll be looking for that stage 1 landing burn shortly after.
20 kilometre böyle
Actually,
saat.
just within a few seconds of each other. Such a cool view on your left screen, seeing Bob and Doug on Dragon.
Yüksekliğimiz
Right now you can see the displays that they are seeing right now
Terminal
themselves.
guidance.
And vector also.
We are coming up 25 seconds or so away from SECO, or second engine cutoff.
This is also the point where Bob and Doug are experiencing their highest G-force. We're seeing the counter tick up to right about 1.8.
Copy Shannon.
You heard Shannon, so that just means they're in their final abort zones. If they were to abort at this point, it'd either be an abort to orbit or to land off the coast of Ireland. Standing by for second
Stage 1 landing
cutoff
started.
confirmation.
And vector all step. And back shutdown. Stage 1 landing line.
Confirmation of SECO's second engine cutoff.
Now we are waiting for our first stage to make its way to our drone ship. Of course, I still love you.
Dragon SpaceX nominal orbital insertion.
Confirmation is nominal
Dragon
orbital
tracking,
insertion.
nominal orbital insertion.
What you're seeing on your screen is a live view of our drone ship, where our first stage will be coming down. Looks like we lost that live view, but we'll wait for confirmation of that landing shortly here.
Falcon 9 first stage successfully landed.
And there you can see on your screen, Falcon 9 has landed. This is the first Falcon 9 to carry humans to orbit, so very exciting for us. And as you can see on your right screen, Bob and Doug are still making their way to their targeted orbit.
LND recovery 1.
So exciting today.
It doesn't stop.
It does not stop.
All right, we did hear again that call out good orbital insertion, so that means Falcon 9 and Dragon right now exactly where they're supposed to be.
And we need a FRC on recovery 1.
And it's right at about 12 minutes when Dragon will separate. Looks like we saw a 0G indicator floating around there. I know Bob and Doug owe us a little bit about what exactly that is that they brought up with them.
And before separation, before Dragon initiates separation from the second stage, they do make sure to they do ensure that the vehicle is not spinning and it is in good condition before we separate.
That's right, the upper stage does small attitude maneuver using cold gas thrusters built into the rocket body itself.
Exactly. So we do expect that separation to occur at about a minute from now, but they do wait until they have full confirmation that it is ready to separate. Such cool views. I cannot get over this view that we are seeing right now. Bob and Doug on the right screen, inside of Crew Dragon, out in space.
Yeah, already 200 kilometers over planet Earth, or a little over 124 miles, traveling in excess of 27,000 meters per second, or about 16,000 miles per hour. Again, we're just standing by. That separation event should be coming up shortly, and they'll begin a series of checks on the Draco thrusters that are going to be used to maneuver and then power Dragon on its flight to the International Space Station. Standing by for separation.
Gördüğünüz gibi aşamalarımız cevherler.
Sounds like we had an expected LOS loss of signal with one of the ground stations.
Değiller tabii.
Waiting for confirmation now of that
Dragon
signal.
separation confirmed.
Dragon separation confirmed.
There is a great view right in front of you of
Countdown one,
dragons
separation
separating.
confirmed.
And there's that call out. Dragon is now officially making its way to the International Space Station today.
Dragon SpaceX, with that separation call, we have a few words for you from our Falcon 9 team.
Standing by.
Dragon, Chief Engineer on Dragon to ground. Bob Doug, on behalf of the entire launch team, thanks for flying with Falcon 9 today. We hope you enjoyed the ride and wish you a great mission.
Thanks, Mama. Congratulations to you and the F9 team for the first human ride for Falcon 9. And it was incredible. Appreciate all the hard work and thanks for the great ride with space.
Copy all.
Oh, I like it.
Proud of you guys and the rest of the team. Thank you so much for what you've done for us today, putting America back into low Earth orbit from the Florida coast.
Copy all. Good luck. Godspeed.
All right, so Bob and Doug are in
In Dragon
space.
SpaceX, we confirm nominal equals activation and service section Draco checkouts. Nose cone deploys in progress.
Copy all. We're monitoring.
The Corps here in Hawthorne giving the crew a heads up that we have confirmation the nose cone is deploying. So again, that nose cone is going to open up a little bit more than 90 degrees, goes up to about, I think, 105 degrees, and that's going to expose the actual docking ring and the hatch that they're going to be going through once they attach to the International Space Station, and also 4 of those Draco thrusters, we call them the forward bulkhead thrusters, that are going to be used for these major phase burns or firings of those thrusters to actually raise their orbit gradually over the coming hours. Also heard good activation of the ECLIS, that's the Environmental Control and Life Support System. That's everything controlling their atmosphere, just keeping Dragon a nice, safe, habitable environment where they're going to be living for the next 19 hours until they arrive at the space station.
Right, exactly. And Falcon 9's job may be done for today, but the mission is not over. Crew Dragon's job is not done. As you can see, Bob and Doug are still inside Crew Dragon, making their way. It will be a 19-hour trip to the International Space Station before they dock tomorrow morning.
Evet, yani gelişmeler olursa
It's such cool views. I love that we can get these live views here and see and watch what they're doing now that